Welcome back to the deep dive. We're diving into cybersecurity again, and this time, you know how everyone's worried about AI.
Right.
Well, this time, it's almost like cybersecurity is turning on tech. Even BBQ lighters are in on the game now.
And it's not just the little guys. We're seeing big names like Cisco and Volkswagen facing the hate too.
Yeah, Cisco's got that potential data breach they're looking into. Hackers are saying they got their hands on some juicy stuff.
Yeah.
Customer info, logins, the works.
What I find interesting is that Cisco's been pretty quiet about the whole thing. No official confirmation yet.
Adds to the mystery, huh?
Definitely. Makes you think they're trying to get a handle on the damage before they say anything.
Right. Gotta love a good PR dance.
Yeah.
And then there's Volkswagen trying to downplay things after that ransomware attack. They're saying, oh, no worries, our IT systems are fine. But,
they had to have been hit somehow if data was stolen, right?
Exactly. It's like, come on, nobody's that lucky. Makes you wonder what they're not telling us.
It all boils down to this. Big companies are always targets. Always. It's not a question of if, but when, and how bad it'll be.
Sobering thought. And it's not just tech giants. I mean, look at Clorox. They got hit with a cyber attack back in August. And this wasn't just about some data leak.
This one was different. This attack actually set back their sustainability goals.
Yeah, they were making strides in reducing plastic use, using recycled materials, all that good stuff. Then, bam, cyber attack throws a wrench in the whole thing.
Just shows you, these attacks have a ripple effect. It's not just about IT anymore. It impacts the whole shebang.
So it's not just about data breaches, huh? It's getting harder and harder to wrap your head around all the ways these cyber attacks can hit you. What's the deal with the actual attacks? Are we talking like super spy level hacking here?
Sometimes, yeah, you've got your super sophisticated stuff, but then there's the other side, wait, they did what side? Like using a BBQ lighter to hack?
Hold up, BBQ lighter. Okay, gotta hear this one.
So get this, a security researcher shows how he hacks into a Samsung laptop, an older model, but still with a BBQ lighter.
No way. Was he like flipping burgers and hacking at the same time?
Well, not exactly, haha. He used the lighter's spark, right, to create electromagnetic interference messed with the laptop's memory just by clicking it.
You're kidding. That's kind of brilliant and super creepy at the same time.
Exactly. Shows you how these guys think, right? Anything can be a tool if you're creative enough. But yeah, then there's the scarier high-tech stuff too.
Like what? What's the latest and greatest in cybercrime?
They've got this new thing, confused pilot messes with AI systems.
AI, like Siri, Alexa, that kind of thing.
That's the one. Think Microsoft 365 Copilot even. This confused pilot thing, it basically poisons the data the AI uses to learn.
So instead of breaking in, they're messing with it from the inside.
You got it. They train the AI on bad data, so it starts spitting out bad info, or even worse, doing harmful stuff.
And it's probably super hard to even spot, right?
Exactly. That's what makes it so dangerous. Even if you clean up the bad data, who knows what the AI's held on to? It could still be messed up.
That is seriously creepy.
Yeah.
And you said Copilot. That's used by a ton of people.
And that's just one example. It's not just our computers and phones anymore. Anything connected is vulnerable, even the smart stuff.
Okay, so AI's in the crosshairs, but we've got breaches left and right. For us regular folks, what can we even do to keep up? It's overwhelming.
Totally get it. But honestly, it often comes down to the basics. Strong, unique passwords everywhere, and two-factor authentication. Those two things will stop a lot of attacks dead.
Passwords, we hear it all the time, but seriously, why are they that important? I mean, unique for every single account.
First line of defense. Think of it like this. Hacker gets one password, they're going to try it everywhere, same password on multiple accounts.
Yeah.
You're giving them the keys to the kingdom.
Okay, point taken. I used to think it'll never happen to me, but then bam, one of my accounts got hacked. What a mess. That was a wake-up call for sure.
And that's what it takes for a lot of people, unfortunately. It's just not worth the risk.
Okay, so strong, unique passwords. Check. Now, tell me more about this two-factor thing, two-factor authentication. It's like that extra lock on your door, right?
You got it. Someone swipes your key, that's your password, they hit that extra lock, they're out of luck. Usually it's a code, right? To your phone, email, whatever. Small thing, but man, does it make a difference.
People think it's a pain, but honestly, compared to getting hacked, no contest. So we're talking current threats, ways to protect ourselves. What
Right.
about the future of cybersecurity? What's keeping the experts up at night?
Well, there's one thing looming pretty large. Quantum computing. That and how it could shake up the whole cybersecurity landscape.
Okay, quantum computing. Sounds kind of sci-fi, to be honest.
It kind of is. But it's coming, and fast. These quantum computers, they're powerful, man. Like, insanely powerful. They could change everything. But on the flip side, they could also blow up our current encryption methods.
Wait, so like all the encryption we have now to protect our data, that could be useless.
Potentially. That's the post-quantum threat everyone's buzzing about. Think of it like this. Our current encryption, it's a good lock on your door. Quantum computers, they're like a skeleton key that could unlock anything. Scary stuff. One of our sources even said most organizations are totally unprepared for this.
Yikes. Okay, deep breaths. What can we even do?
Well, panicking won't help. Staying informed is key. This stuff is evolving constantly, right? And then there's post-quantum cryptography. Basically, they're trying to build new encryption that can stand up to these supercomputers. It's a race, that's for sure.
Stay informed, support the new encryption efforts. In the meantime, we stick to our strong passwords, two-factor authentication, all that jazz.
Absolutely, because tech changes, right? But those core principles, they're timeless.
Speaking of changing, it's wild. This Telecapi scam. They're using Telegram to go after travelers. People booking through Booking.com, Airbnb, you name it.
Yeah, that's a new one. It's all about exploiting opportunities, right? They hijack accounts of places to stay, then they hit up the travelers with these phishing messages. They make it look so official, using real booking details and all, trying to trick people into handing over their payment info.
And people fall for it because it looks legit. It makes you wonder if you can trust anybody online these days.
You really got to be careful out there. And it's not just small fry scams either. Remember that Zendesk email flaw?
Zendesk, the customer support platform.
Yeah, that one. Turns out there was a flaw, could have let attackers right into those support tickets. Even the big guys have weaknesses. This stuff is never over.
It's a wild world out there, man. BBQ lighters, AI going rogue, phishing scams, cybersecurity's coming at us from all sides. So where do we go from here? What's next? And how do we even start to get ready?
Well, the landscape's always shifting, right? But honestly, understanding the basics like we talked about today, that's huge. Things change, but staying informed, having those good security habits, you're already ahead of the game.
Absolutely. Cybersecurity, it's not just for the techies anymore. It's everybody's problem.
Preach.
One last thought before we go. A lot of our sources, they focused on what to do after a breach. What if we flip the script? What if we focus more on preventing these things in the first place? How would that change things? Something to think about. Until next time, stay safe online.